Hey guys, welcome to Maximum Zen Yoga. This is our heat building, fat burning practice today. So let's get started right away, laying down flat on your back. Bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to part. I invite you to bring one hand to your belly and your other hand to your heart. We'll start by getting centered. You could even close your eyes. Feeling the movement of the breath and coming into the present moment, letting any thoughts start to melt away. Feel the support of the earth as you relax your hips, your shoulders. And if you'd like to, I invite you to set an intention for this practice. What would you like to gain out of today's practice? When that feels complete, bring the knees to hip width distance. We'll move through some bridge rolls. On the inhale, lift the hips towards the sky, squeeze the glutes. And on the exhale, lowering down. Inhale to lift your hips, squeeze the glutes, engage the core, and exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, squeeze the glutes, and exhale to lower down. 2 more times. Inhale to lift, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, and exhale to lower. Last one. Inhale, lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, lifting your hips as high as you can. And exhale, lowering all the way down. Bring your arms into a T position and lift the knees so your shins are parallel to the ceiling. And start to extend your right leg, lowering it down to a hover. Bending it back to 90 degrees. Lowering the left leg to a hover. Bringing it back to 90 degrees. Alternating legs, lowering the right leg, keep your core engaged. Come back to center. Lowering the left leg, keep the core engaged. And come back to center. Now lifting the arms up towards the ceiling, so your fingertips are reaching towards the sky. We'll alternate lowering the right leg and the left arm to a hover, and then come back to center. Now the right arm and the left leg extends to a hover, and comes back to center. First side, lowering down to a hover, and come back to center. Second side, extending to a hover, come back to center. Great job. We're going to do 2 more rounds on each side. Keep the core engaged as you extend your leg and lower the arm. Last one on the first side. Squeeze your belly button towards the spine. When you're complete, meeting back at center, and then hugging your knees in towards your chest, lift your nose towards your knees, give yourself a nice big squeeze, and then lowering your head back down onto the mat. And we'll make our way into tabletop position to flow through some cat-cow. Inhale to drop the belly and lift the gaze as you pull your heart forward. Exhale to round through the spine, tuck the chin and tuck the tailbone. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale to round, lift up through the shoulder blades. One more time, drop the belly as you inhale. And round through the spine as you exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. We'll move into bird dog. So alternating arm and leg, reach your right arm forward and left leg reaches back. And lowering down, reach the left arm forward as your right leg reaches back. Try to stay balanced as much as you can. Reach your right arm forward, left leg reaches back. Come back to center. Left arm reaches forward, right leg reaches back. Beautiful. Stay balanced and keep the core engaged. First side, reach your right arm forward, left leg reaches back. Second side, left arm reaches forward, right leg reaches back. And come back to center. Bring the knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch. And send your hips all the way back, moving into extended child's pose. But let's keep this child's pose active, lifting your triceps up away from the mat. Find length through the back of the neck, resting your forehead onto the floor. Pressing through the palms, feel the length through the spine. And then on your next inhale, come forward, bring the knees to hip width distance. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees to a hover, and lower your knees to the mat. Inhale, lift your knees to a hover, engage the core, and lower down. One more time, lift the knees to a hover, and then straightening out the legs, moving all the way into downward facing dog. Just taking a breath here, feeling the length through the hamstrings. On your next inhale, come forward, lower the knees and lower down. Inhale into your baby cobra, and exhale as you push through tabletop and into downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, lower the knees, and lower down. Inhale into baby cobra. Exhale as you push through tabletop into downward facing dog. We're still warming up the spine here. One more time in our modified flow, come forward, lower the knees, and lower the chest. Inhale into baby cobra. And as you exhale, push through tabletop into downward facing dog. Option to stick to the modified vinyasa if you need to, or if you'd like to build a little bit more heat in your practice today, we'll move through our full vinyasa. Inhale, come forward to high plank. Exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left toes towards the sky and step your left foot forward. Inhale, reach the arms towards the sky, coming into crescent lunge. Exhale, lower the hands and step the left foot back into downward facing dog. Other side, reach your right toes towards the sky, look forward, step your right foot forward. Inhale, float the arms to the sky, crescent lunge. Exhale, lower the hands, step the right foot back into downward facing dog. Look forward and step or hop to the top of the mat. Keep the knees slightly bent as you fold forward and And then inhale, floating the arms all the way to the sky. And exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step the left foot back. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, drop the palms to the mat, step the right foot back, high plank. Take an inhale and exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Reach the left toes to the sky, look forward, step the left foot forward. Inhale, float the arms to the sky. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat and step the right foot forward. Bend the knees. Inhale as you float the arms to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands down through heart center. Other side, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back. Inhale, float the arms to the sky, crescent lunge. Exhale, plant the palms, step the left foot back, high plank. Lower down through chaturanga and inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right toes to the sky. Look forward, step your right foot forward. Inhale as you float the arms up. Exhale, plant the palms. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Bend the knees. Inhale, reach the arms wide all the way to the sky. Exhale, bring hands down through heart center. Beautiful work. Step the feet together, big toes to touch. Squeeze the thighs together and sit down into your chair pose. We'll come into powerful or lightning bolt by reaching the arms forward. So we're creating a lightning bolt shape. Keep sitting down and back, engage the core, squeeze the thighs together. And bring hands down through heart center. And we'll twist over to the left. Try to bring your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Keep sinking the hips low, squeeze the thighs together. Keep breathing here. You're doing great. Come back to center. Reach your arms forward. Lightning bolt. Take a full deep breath. Bring hands down through center and twisting over to the right. Try to bring your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Keep the hips sinking low. Engage the core. Keep breathing. And come back to center. Reach the arms forward. Keep sinking down and back. Feel the burn in the legs. And fold forward, straightening out the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring everything down through heart center. Beautiful job. Notice the energy flowing through your lower body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Plant the hands and step the left foot back. Drop the left knee to the mat. We'll windmill the arms all the way up into warrior two position. Bring the gaze over the right fingertips, lunging into the right knee. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Beautiful, great job. Inhale, reach the right fingertips forward and bring your forearm down to the thigh. Sweep your left hand forward, extended side angle. Keep breathing as we hold. Reach your left arm back in line with the shoulder. Come into warrior two. Windmill the hands over your right foot and step back into high plank. Lowering down through chaturanga. Lift up into upward facing dog. Exhale as you move into downward facing dog. Look forward and step or hop to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, float your arms to the sky. Release down through heart center. Take a full deep breath. Notice the energy flowing through the body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Plant the hand, step the right foot back. Drop the right heel to the mat and windmill the hands into warrior two position. Bring the gaze over the left fingertips and lunging into the left knee. Pull the belly button and the low ribs in towards the spine as you engage the core. Reach the left fingertips forward, place your forearm on your thigh, and right hand sweeps forward. Option to bring the gaze up towards the sky. Keep the core engaged, and then come back to your warrior two. Beautiful. Windmill the hands over the left foot and step back into high plank. Lower down through chaturanga. Inhale as you lift your heart, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward and hop or step to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Bend the knees, float the arms up. And as you exhale, bring your hands down through heart center. Take a full deep breath and bring your hands to your hips. Grounding down through the left foot, lift your right knee up towards the sky. Start to kick your right heel forward, lifting your foot as high as you can. And then bending the knee to release. Exhale as you straighten out the right leg, kicking your foot forward. Inhale as you bend your knee. And exhale, last one, kick your right heel as high as you can. Bend the knee to release. And then bring your right foot behind you, coming up onto the right toes. Start to hinge forward at the hip crease as you lift your right leg straight behind you. And then bring the arms down and back into airplane arms. Bring the gaze down to the floor. Warrior three. Try to hold here, and it's okay if you fall out. If you fall out, just come back into it. Try to bring the right toes so they're in line with the body, creating a straight line from the crown of the head out through the toes. Keep breathing and release back to center. It's okay to be wobbly. Inhale, float the arms to the sky. Exhale, come down through heart center. Bring your hands to your hips. This time we'll ground down through the right foot as you lift your left knee to the sky. Exhale as you kick your heel forward. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, kick your knee forward, lifting the heel as high as you can. Inhale, release. Last one, kick your heel forward. Beautiful. And bending the knee. Step the left foot back, coming up high on your left toes. Start to hinge forward at the hip crease as you lift your left toes. And reaching the arms down beside the body. Bring your gaze down to the floor. So we're creating that straight line from the crown of the head out through the toes as we balance in Warrior 3. Continue to breathe as you hold. If you fall out, just come back into it. Releasing back to center, take a full deep breath. And then inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step back into high plank. Take an inhale and then exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale into your upward facing dog and exhale, downward facing dog. Reach the left toes to the sky. As you exhale, bring your knee in towards your nose. Inhale, reach the toes to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, come to plank, bring your knee in towards your nose. Last one, extending the leg, and exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Inhale to extend, and then release your foot to the mat. Other side, inhale, reach your right toes to the sky. As you exhale, come into plank, bring your knee towards your nose. Inhale to extend your toes towards the sky. Exhale, come forward to plank, bring your knee towards your nose, squeeze your core. Inhale, extending to the sky. Last one, exhale, bring your knee in towards your nose. Inhale to lift your toes towards the sky and then release to the mat. Beautiful job. Take a full deep breath in downward facing dog. Feel that beautiful energy pulsing through the body. Inhale, come forward to high plank. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's keep the heat going. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Last one. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the heart, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, come forward to high plank. And as slowly as you can manage, lowering down, slower than you want to, all the way onto the mat. Press the tops of the feet into the mat and ground down through the pubic bone. We'll reach the arms back. You can face your palms either up or down. And start to lift your heart as you reach your hands back. Squeeze the shoulders together. Lifting the toes, lifting the thighs. Squeezing all the muscles along the spine. Lifting your heart as high as you can. Engage the glutes. Lifting your thighs higher. Beautiful. Keep squeezing and lowering down. Bend the knees. Reach back, grabbing onto the outer edges of the ankles. Moving into bow pose. Another spinal strengthening posture here. Start to kick your feet as you lift your heart. So the harder you kick your feet, the higher your heart will raise, and eventually you might be able to balance just on your hip bones. Keep kicking your feet, lifting the heart, gently bringing the gaze up to the sky, and lowering down. Release your ankles. Keep the knees bent. You can windshield wiper the feet back and forth. Just bringing in some gentle movements here. Whatever feels good for you. So let's roll over, make your way onto your back. Plant the soles of the feet on the mat, or bring the arms to a T position, palms facing down. Then we'll lift the hips and shift them over to the left. Lift your shins up towards the sky and bring your knees over to the right. Keep pressing both your shoulder blades into the mat. This is a wonderful twisting posture that gives the internal organs a nice massage. Allowing the body to cool down. Allowing the heart rate to come back to normal. Taking some full deep breaths. Gently bring the knees back to center, and then we'll shift the hips over to the right. Bring your shins so they're parallel to the ceiling, and with control, bring your knees over to the left. Try to keep both your shoulder blades pressed into the mat. Taking some full deep breaths as we allow the heart rate to come back to normal. Giving our internal organs a beautiful massage. When this starts to feel complete, bring the knees back to center. Release the soles of the feet onto the mat and realign your hips to center one more time. Bring your hands down beside you, palms facing down. Start to lift the hips, moving into our bridge pose. Gently tuck the chin, and if it's available to you, bring your hands together underneath the body, gently rolling one shoulder back at a time. Keep the knees at hip width distance and allow space to flow through the front of the body. Gently release your hands and lower your hips to the mat. Tuck your knees in. Give yourself one more nice big squeeze. Great job today. And we'll end our practice exactly as we started in Supta Baddha Konasana, with the soles of the feet together and the knees falling to either side of the room. Bring one hand to your belly and your other hand to your heart. And I invite you to close your eyes as you allow your body to relax and be still. Bringing your awareness back to the intention you set at the beginning of practice today. Maybe even allowing a smile to come to your lips. Whenever you're ready, extending both the legs, moving into Shavasana. Take up as much space as you need to here. Making any final adjustments that your body might be calling for in order for you to be completely relaxed and completely comfortable. Soaking in this time for yourself, allowing all the benefits of the practice to sink into the body. Allow yourself to be completely relaxed. Feel ready, gently rolling over to one side, and let's pause in the fetal position. And give yourself as much time as you need to here. And then make your way into a comfortable seated position as we close our practice. I'd like to thank you for joining me today in this heat building, fat burning practice. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Maximum Zen Yoga. I upload videos every week, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.